I kidnapped a queen ant from its colony.
But not because I want to. I literally have no other choice. And not only that, if I wait too long, this ant colony will die.
Okay, chat. Is that low-key valid though? So look, this is a nice progression on life on how, like, chat, if you have a good woman, your whole world will fall apart if you lose her. Facts. Facts or not, chat?
Their one and only queen is trapped inside the first ant farm and needs to be evacuated. So will I be able to save this colony, or will we all watch it?
If I saw this in my house, I'd light a fire. You don't like small insects? Chat, ants are chill though, chat. Ants are chill. Chat, what's your favorite bug though?
Anguish and sorrow as an empire.
Ew! Chat, have y'all seen a roast before?
Crumbles to the ground. Prepare for the utter chaos that will soon commence, because it is almost time to kidnap the queen.
Okay, chat. That's very interesting, chat. We don't condone kidnapping females, chat. We all love females enough to not do that, okay, guys? Whoa! That scared me. One time I was a kid, I stepped on the anthill and they gently went on my leg. And, oh, wow. They go inside of you or not?
Journey here. My big-headed ant colony had just escaped their ant farm and were swarming my entire desk. There were at least 1,000 escaped ants, so my only choice was to vacuum them all to their...
Wow! He just packed them up. Wait, chat, why were they not in the thing? They escaped or what? I wasn't, like, fully paying attention to that. I don't think so, but they might have. That's low-key gross. Chat, that's the only thing I don't like about small insects, is that the fact that they can, like, crawl into, like, your little holes, you know? Pause.
Minds. But why did they escape in the first place? Well, it turns out they were looking for the rest of their colony. This is the other half.
Chat, why'd he segregate them for? That's kind of messed up. Ants up your butt. All right, bro. What?
On the adjacent side of my ant room was another few thousand ants. The two swarms were...
Chat, what is that, rice?
Once connected during a nest relocation, but they never moved the queen out from the old nest. And so I needed to step in and do it myself. I set up this plastic bin coated in baby powder to prevent any ants from escaping.
Wow. Chat, that's actually... I did not know that was possible. Chat, ants can't climb up baby powdered walls. Wow. Chat, can y'all believe that or not?
As well as these 3 smaller containers to keep the old nest off the ground. And now...
Wait, chat, low-key, I wonder, like, if you can get rid of ants by just putting baby powder everywhere. You think that would, like, because then they can't really move. You should get Prince Albert. Ew, bro. No, I'm not getting a Prince Albert. Ew! Chat, I hate that I know what that is. You know my dad showed me that? Like, wow.
It's time to officially begin the mission, kidnap the monarch.
Hey, that's very
1, 2. All 3 tubes were removed, and the ants once again had access to the outside world.
Dermal? Nah, chat, I would not get a dermal.
They poured out of each opening to attack me, but what they didn't...
Chat, why are they trying to attack him? That's their father, no?
No, was an eye.
Wait, chat, why was that ant clear? Y'all seen that?
It came equipped with an ant vacuum ready to suck up and stop every single worker in its tracks. I sucked up about 100...
Whoa. Chat, why he just shoot like a ball of ants out with that?
Ants on the first go.
Chat, why are ants like low-key hairy though? That's like kind of nasty. Chat, I've never seen like super huge ants like this. This is kind of scary.
Which was absolutely crazy because that barely made a dent in the amount of ants that were still running around. Before any more ants had the chance to swarm out,
I'm gonna go, I bet, twin.
Inside the nest, I disconnected their old outworld, and after sucking up even more loose ants, it was time to properly break into this ant farm. For this next...
Wait, yeah, what are ant farms made out of? Sand? Or like dirt? What's like the vibes here?
Except I had to be extra careful to make sure the ants didn't get all over the place. So I ripped off the glass and...
Wait, yeah, how do people collect ants? Or I guess they just use these vacuums, huh? But how do they do it in the wild? I feel like it's like way too hard.
Out came a swarm of angry ants. There were tiny miner workers and huge soldiers.
Miner workers, that means?
All prepared to bite me if I ever got too close. The ants flooded the plastic bin below, but before they could start escaping, I began using my ant vacuum again to suck up all of these ants at large.
So why is this battle so intense right now?
My lungs were struggling as I inhaled
Raza, what?
ants through this metal straw, but I was committed to move this colony.
You know, Raza, that's how I be moving day to day most of the time anyways.
Once and for all. To say this vacuum filled up rather quickly would be an understatement, because it only took a few seconds of sucking up these ants.
So how many ants y'all think is in here? I'd say it's about like Like 55 maybe.
Before I had to dump them into another container. This
That's
constant
kind of
battle
nasty
between the
though. Check, could you imagine getting shot with like a ant ball like that?
and I was only just beginning, as they would continue to clog up this vacuum with their own bodies and consistently fill it up over the course of an entire hour. However, during this first incursion, I noticed there was no sign of the queen. Admittedly, I was a little worried.
Yeah, where's the queen
at this
at,
point, I hadn't seen the queen for the past few days, and part of me was really scared that her own workers and soldiers might have already killed her.
Whoa, chat! Why would they kill her though? That's like not cool.
There was
Chat, honestly though, chat, but how do queen ants work? Why is there no king ant?
only one way to find out, and in order to do so, I had to rotate the nest 180 degrees and prepare to remove the second pane of
Okay, that was chat. I feel like that was he made that way more intense than it should have been. Like,
glass, because as it turns out, this is a two-sided nest with even more ants on the other side. I removed the second
chat,
pane of
what are they
glass.
eating over
As
there?
I prepared for the absolute worst, not many ants were trying to escape. In fact, they seemed more scared and reclusive this time, which was not normal behavior for a colony of
Chat, those dead ants. What are those like white things?
this magnitude. They were pouring out like water from a busted pipe just a few minutes ago. Why weren't they doing that now? Little did I know what I was about to witness, and how greatly it would affect this move. As I finished sucking up another vial of ants, I noticed something out of the corner of my eye. Is that... No way. I had just found the queen.
Damn! Chat, that ant is huge. And chat, why are all these other ants on her though? Like, get off me, bro.
And she was on the move. A party of...
Ant colonies don't have kings because male ants called drones are only built for a single purpose, mating. Damn! I mean, chat, that's looking not a bad job though. Damn near.
Minor workers ushered her into another nest chamber, hoping I wouldn't see them. But my eyes were just too good. I could see the queen
Chat, your eyes do not have to be good. Look how big this ant is. It's like half the size of the freaking farm.
no matter where she went. And as I moved in to extract her from the nest, my forceps got swarmed by the entourage of minor workers protecting her. She slipped out from my grasp and out of my sight deeper into the nest.
Damn.
I had missed...
Chat, they're like escorting her like she's the president, bruh. Mating, defending, gathering. Chat, I mean... Chat, should we do ant cosplay or nah? Wait, chat, have y'all watched Ant Farm, the show? That show was fire.
queen. And no matter where I looked, I couldn't find her. She literally disappeared with no trace.
Damn.
And I had no choice but to accept defeat.
Mr. President!
For
That's
now.
how
However,
they just treating
I would
her right
make
there,
sure to
chat.
come back later with an even better plan. One of which you or the ants would not expect.
Okay. Yeah, he thinks he got me, but...
2 hours went by, and I was once again ready to kidnap the queen. She was in there somewhere, and with my new plan, I was fairly confident that I would find her. But before I had a chance to start again, I couldn't help but notice that the ants in the new nest were retaliating.
You can be the queen ant and chat can be an ant army. Chat, would y'all do that? Chat, I feel like that'd be like interesting though. I feel like that can be done, you know?
And had
Maybe, chat, is there like an ant game? That might be tough.
swarmed the outworld also in search for their other half. Things were
Chat, I'm thinking about getting a pet crow. Is that legal in California or not?
really getting out of hand. So to calm the ants down, I reapplied an extra layer of anti-escape barrier and gave the ants a dubia root.
Ooh, that's a big roach. There is on Roblox?
to
That
eat.
might be fire.
So with this half now distracted, I could continue with the new plan. To start, I wanted to suck up as many loose workers as possible, because there was still an overwhelmingly amount of ants in this nest. Less workers in the way meant that I'll be able to catch a glimpse of the queen much easier. So with a lot of these new workers now removed, I decided to change the direction of the wind. Instead of sucking air in, I would blow air out and into the nest chamber.
Okay, chat, so now instead of whoa. Chat, whoa. So now instead of sucking them, he's blowing them, I guess, so.
Triggering an explosive reaction from the ants. They hated the wind being in their nest and did everything to escape it. This went on for several minutes, with no luck in
It just sounds like he's just torturing the ants, bro. What is he trying to do here?
finding the queen. I was beginning to lose.
Yo,
While the 2 hours I was gone, all the stress from earlier must have killed her.
chat, what are these white things? Is that rice?
This bitter thought of the colony's end made me feel cold inside. But like lightning striking a tree, I went into flames of excitement when I noticed that the queen was being moved by another group of workers.
Wait, chat, why are there so many people moving the queen? Why can't she just move herself? Are they trying to are they like the Secret Service right now?
And soldiers. I reached in carefully with my featherweight forceps, pulled out the queen, and finally placed her on my hand. I could not believe.
That's a big ant, bruh. Wait, chat, if there's multiple queens, do they kill each other, or what, like, what's that vibe?
Yes. I had finally, after an entire day's work, found and captured the queen. She was stunning and beautiful, but she looked...
Chat, why does it sound like he's trying to marry her? She's too heavy, big butt? Okay, that's a fair point, though.
Her, actually...
She got some, like, Nicki Minaj action.
And that was not a good sign. Okay, this is a little misleading. At first, with the missing antenna and missing legs, it might look like the queen is in a lot of pain, but I promise you, she is not. And the truth is,
how do you know?
She was like this since I got her.
Chad, did you ask her? Just kidding, I don't know. Chad, I don't know how bugs work.
I assume she was either in a really bad fight or had escaped a predator
Who does she fight, though? Isn't she in the ant farm?
A long time ago. Either way, she's way tougher than any ant I know. But now that we officially kidnapped the queen, it was...
Is this Ants Canada? Wow. What does that mean? What's that, Tremors? What happens when two queen ants are together? It depends entirely on the ant species. It can result in a peaceful, supersized colony or a brutal, fatal territorial fight. Damn.
Time to finally reunite her with her other workers.
Yeah, she got a big mouth, too.
Queen in hand, I slowly lowered her into the new outworld, while at the same time being swarmed by all of her worker ants. She sort of rolled off, which feels bad to laugh about, but it just looked too funny not to. My only fear during this interaction with the queen and her workers was that she would be attacked for either smelling like me or for being separated for way too long. Luckily, she was accepted with...
Aw, Chad, they all came and hugged her. They're like, oh my gosh, we missed you so much. Chad, that's how y'all should be if I ever take a break, bruh. Y'all be like getting on my head. But no, actually, y'all be kind of nice to me, though. Chad, I'm lucky like y'all let like little queen ant, though.
In arms by her...
Where you been? I've been here, bro.
They guided her safely into her new home. To make sure all the other ants would move too, I connected them to the new nest once again and watched as they brought the baby ants, aka brood, into the tube and into the new nest. So with the queen reunited and the colony as one entity, it was time to get started on one of my most dangerous projects yet. These ants are huge, equipped with a pair...
Yo, Chad. Whoa! What kind of ants are these? Chad, these are super ants. Oh my goodness.
Paralyzing stain and are the scariest ants I've ever worked with. So to not...
Oh, wow.
Not miss that video or any...
Chad, whoa. I fed an ant colony a baby mouse. Chad, I did not want... Ugh, that looks gross. I did not want to watch that. Alright, Chad, that was kidnapping a queen ant, Chad. Oh, is this like Ants Canada? That's like an actual channel. Channel! Yeah, that was it though.